Well, time to wrap up another day. It is January the 9th, 2015. And on the last update, we said look for a close in this 2040 area. If we were going to have a spike, it would be to the upside off of short covering. This morning, we had a news day trade. Right here was the news. The first trade was to get long off the buy signal, which the software put out. We did come in after the news, say if we failed to take out this high, it was a short. When good news doesn't rally a market, sell it. So this was a retest failure. This was a methodology trade. This is a software generated trade. A nice winner. This trade right here, software generated trade, would have been a loser. The market holds right in here. Take out a pivot bars high. We were a little premature on that one. Sell for another winner. Lower highs, so we're not too interested in getting long. So we have a nice little retest failure right here. Also at the bottom of the initial IB, and it produces, there's a couple of trades down here. Now, right here we get a retest of the low. It holds. Software generated buy signals, and the market rallies up and out. And what we had down here, your peak selling came on this bar, and we saw on the F6 screen that the 20-lot trader was a heavy buyer into this congestion area right here, and it came up and took it out. So out of all these trades that came off the software all the way down, we had one loser. Two, if you'd taken this. This trade really doesn't fit our parameters, but if you blindly took it off the software, you're looking at it, two small losers, and the rest of them were winners. Now, taking every signal, every trade, when they pop up or not, you'd have had two losers and the rest winners. So the software does its work for you. It really, really is good if you'll allow it to work for you. Okay, so what are we expecting come Monday? Again, the Fed does not want a lower stock market. So we've got a higher low and a higher high. This market actually can trade higher come Monday. There's no news to drive the trading. They'll be looking at news over the weekend. There won't be a lot of news on the docket for Europe or Asia either. So usually Mondays are fairly quiet. We'll be looking for more supposition about what the ECB might do come January the 22nd. There'll be some fallout from the terrorist attacks. There could be new terrorist attacks over the weekend, especially if this was coordinated. Doesn't look like it was, but you never know. And it looks like there was a random terrorist act by a buddy of the two brothers who also was killed today. So these young men, they see their shot at a blaze for glory and dying and becoming quote-unquote martyrs, and they take it. So this one actually says the market can trade up. So maybe some new terrorist activity over the weekend. That would be all that I could see, and there's definitely some unfolding and some of the details of what went down in Paris. Looking at the F2 screen, it's a B. It conflicts with the F1 screen, so that usually yields a trading range. So where might resistance be? We had identified from over here the other day that 30 area plus or minus is potential support. And so right here, assuming that we close it in this 45 area, basically 45, 47 would be R1 or sell 1, and then our 50 to 52 would be sell 2. On the buy side, the 35, 37, and then our 30, 32. Okay, taking a look at the financials. Next week is auction week. We've had a couple of auction weeks where we went into the auctions high, and they generally have held. So we've got resistance at 29.03 right in here. We definitely have a higher low and a higher high, and we're definitely dealing with a P today, so this market favors the buyer. So it'll be down to what kind of jockeying they do on Tuesday and Wednesday to set up the 30-year auction on Thursday. So with a 3-year coming on Tuesday, I would expect we would find some support in the market. Monday, setting up the 3-year auction today. Looking at, we have a couple of distributions up. So if we have a trading range right here, you'd expect some support where this high volume number is. So we'll make our buy 1, 9 to 13, and buy 2, 1 to 5. On the sell side, we're 17.5, so we'll make 23, 27, sell 1, and then 31 to 03 for sell 2. Be a similar situation for the 30-year. The knob held in today, didn't give up any. So the long-term money is still playing the financials from the long side. And we'll have resistance in the 47, 24, 28 area, so 23, 27, and 31, 03. Similar numbers. On the buy side, we have volume down here, so 25, 29, buy 1, and 17, 21, buy 2. Okay, gold. Gold is telling us there's something going on beneath the surface too, and I don't know exactly what it is. We'll probably find out after the fact, as we usually do. But when you see situations like this where the market just isn't giving up when you think, you know, the fundamentals of the rest suggest that it might, then there probably is something going on beneath the surface. So we're in the same situation we were this morning. Our 20 to 25 is our sell zone. And on the buy side, our 5 to 10 is going to be our buy side. And we're going to have to see what happens come Monday. I don't know. When we had the Spanish bank, Santander, yesterday, an article was out where they were well undercapitalized. Something had to give. And so there could be a financial situation brewing just beneath the surface. The pigs problems have been delayed. They haven't gone away. Europe was hoping that the pigs problems would be resolved by growth. Europe hasn't been able to grow since 2008 by much, or enough to resolve the pigs problem. So most people, when they look at the books, say that there's $1.2 trillion worth of bad debt to be resolved. Okay, resistance is 48.75 to 49. That's sell 1. 49.25, 49.50 is sell 2. On the buy side, we'll move it up a little bit. 47.50, 75, buy 1. And then our 47.25, buy 2. Don't think there's anything war-wise that will change things. I think the ISIS situation is well under control, and ISIS is being chewed up now. And if you don't get in real early and take and get everybody to capitulate and surrender, then the people you're fighting plus internal fighting tends to take these operations down pretty quickly. And the logistical problems facing ISIS, if they don't get the troops of a revolt or like they have, they're not going to take the country. It just won't happen. And based on what they do after they capture territory, I sure as hell wouldn't want to be let them come in and take over my country and upset the status quo. I think I could be persuaded to pick up a rifle and defend my turf. Okay, there's resistance, 52. So our first sell is 50 plus or minus. And we're going to make it 75 plus or minus, pick up this area up here. On the buy side, the market needs to fill in volume between these nodes, so we'll make 1800 buy 1, and then our 1775 buy 2. And that's it for January the 9th, 2015. May all of your football teams win this weekend. It usually is the best weekend for football. You see the best football played, and then on Monday night we get to see Ohio State and Oregon go at it, which should be a great game. Don't have any favorites there. Just looking forward to having fun watching it until my bedtime rolls up and I'll record the ending. So I'm out of here. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning.